Go racing. Go online. GoRacing.ie. Horse Racing Ireland's official website.
Hello and welcome to this week's Horse Racing Ireland Racing Preview with me, Sarah Barton, and my colleague Martin Murphy. Today we're looking at racing at the Curragh on Saturday the 25th of August, which is a 7-race card, and the first is off at 2:10. We're going to go straight to the third race on the day, and that's the Gain Horsefeed St Leger Trial Stakes Group 3, and this is run over a mile 6 and it's off at 3:15. Now only a field of 5 line up, but it is a competitive race. I think my selection would be for the John Ox horse Hartani, who actually won the Group 3 at the races Curragh Cup there recently, and I think the conditions of a mile 6 and the ground should be okay for him.
Well, yes, Sarah, I think he's going to start a fairly strong favourite here. He was quite impressive on that occasion when he won the Curragh Cup. He defeated Midnight Soprano, who had earlier won the Saddleback Stakes. He beat her by an easy 5 lengths on that occasion, and he looks a really progressive individual. It looks like he probably could, take this event and then hopefully come back for a Ledger in a couple of weeks' time here to Curragh. One of his biggest dangers, I think, actually tomorrow would be his stable companion, and that is Aklan, who's been very consistent. Winner of a listed race at Roscommon in July. He then ran a good race when second to Galileo's Choice last time out. They're actually rated the same at 110, and with Hartani having to give him £3 tomorrow, there probably could be pressures a little bit between them at the finish. David Livingston has been a little bit disappointing this year since winning the Berford Stakes last year, but a step up and trip might suit him. Another one even to mention is a horse called Ursa Major from Tommy Camberley Yard. This one is much improved in handicaps, faced a bit of a step up in distance and in class today. But those 4 horses making a competitive race, but like you, I think I'll side with Hartani to continue his rate of improvement.
Okay, so we'll move on then to the 5th race on the day, and that's the Manguard Plus Curragh Stakes listed race. This is for 2-year-olds only over 5 furlongs. A field of 8 line up in this, and I'm going to opt with the Aidan O'Brien runner Gale Force 10. He actually won his maiden at the Curragh in June, and then went on to finish second to Reckless Abandon in the Norfolk Stakes. So I think he would definitely have a good run on Saturday.
Well, yes, he certainly looks the outstanding candidate on that run, certainly Sarah, the Royal Ascot. That Reckless Abandon has went on and won a couple of group races since then. Of course, he won the Group 1 Pre-Marnie last week, so he's obviously one of the leading 2-year-olds in Europe. Gale Force 10, though, did disappoint last time out at Newmarket over 6 furlongs, and he has to overcome that run to win here. And I think he probably will manage it. He might be in love with the soft ground tomorrow, and I think he would be a better horse on better ground in the future. But it is hard to oppose tomorrow. Letter Moore, though, of course, from Jim Bulger, he's been second in 5 of his last 6 runs, including the Group 1 Phoenix Stakes, or Keening Phoenix Stakes here 2 weeks ago, in which Christopher Colombo was a faller at the furlong post. It was a bit of a messy race on that occasion. He again should run very well. Another one worth mentioning is 3C Captains from David Watchman Yard. This one's still a maiden, just got beaten at Dundalk last week, and while this is a bit of a stiff ass for him, I still see him in the first 3 alright. I think Gale Force 10 just about, but I wouldn't take too short a price about him. Okay.
So we'll move on then to the 6th race on the card, and that's the Irish Stallion Farms EBF Cambridgeshire. This is run over a mile. There's a field of 18 going to post in this one, so it'll be difficult enough to pick a winner, but I am again going to side with another Aidan O'Brien runner in Learn. He's been placed in 8 of his 9 starts, and actually finished 3rd in a listed race at the Curragh in June over a mile on soft to heavy ground, so conditions will be similar, so I'll be expecting a big run from him on Saturday.
Well, yes, he certainly should run well off a mark of 99 here, Sarah. Trios do have a good record in the Cambridgeshire, but as you said, this is fiercely competitive with 18 runners. The ground is going to be soft, and I think I'll side with the horse I tipped for Galway, a horse called Vastanea, who won the Topaz Mile on that occasion. Ground was soft to heavy on that occasion, so they won't have any problem with the ground tomorrow. He's up £7 for that, and the form worked out well when the second place horse Pintura went on and won at Galway 4 days later. So I think Vastaneo is still improving. He's a lightly raced 4-year-old, and hopefully be able to deal with the £7 rise. Of course, there's lots of dangers. As you said, Learn has a good chance, and I think Sadler's Mark is another one improving. He's won his last 2 races very well for Dermot McLaughlin and should run very well. He also has an interesting second string in a horse called New Magic that could run well. Other horses with chances, Bold Haiti Quill is never too far away in these type of races, and Northern Rock is another one with an each way chance as well. But I'll stick with Vastanea and what should be a thrilling finish.
Okay, and then lower down the weights, of course, there's a horse that's won its only race, Punch Your Weight, for Andy Oliver, who's in form, so it could be another interesting one to watch.
Absolutely, indeed, yeah.
So our selections for these 3 races and other races on the card will appear on the screen in a few minutes, and next week we'll be looking at Killarney on Saturday and Dundalk on Sunday. So enjoy, and thanks for watching.
Go racing. Go online. GoRacing.ie. Horse Racing Ireland's official website.